There's a little bit of thunder and lightning out here, so I thought that I would do some recording of the weather again, as we have been getting persistent storms and a lot of lightning, thunder, downpours of heavy rain, wind, and earlier a squall line system went all the way across the area of the state from north to south, and it was heading from west to east. And as these summer type storms do, it brought a cool front, and that cool front is going to be going through Wednesday and Thursday. We're expected to be 24 with a real feel between 20 and 22 degrees. Some places with wind chills in the teens for April Fools. Now, talk about an April Fool's Day surprise, right? Wow, look at that. Check out that lightning. Just waiting here. Not as loud as I expected the thunder to be. Quite the little powerful cell system here. There are some spin-up cells to the west of this line, and some out ahead of it. And there's a lot of wind, rain, some straight line winds that I noticed. No hooks, that's the good news. That flash flood watch should be turned into a flash flood warning. And then throughout the day till about noon on Wednesday, it's supposed to rain with gusty winds, and there's supposed to be pouring rain until it turns off into a little bit of just light rain until about midday tomorrow. Unless they've changed the forecast, because it changes all the time. Right now, the current outlook shows, like I said, teens to low 20s expected on April 1st, April Fool's Day. Talk about an April Fool's weather phenomenon. It's spring, it's summer. No, it's not. April Fools. Anyway, it's supposed to be that, and then it's supposed to be 29 the next night. And, yeah. Teens, 20s, and low 30s expected across the state as we head into April Fools. April 1st and April 2nd. So, just out here recording a bit of the thunderstorm right now. And the rain. It was downpouring. That sounds like a T-Dot truck going by. Yep, that's what it is. I'm surprised. I don't know why they'd be going by right now. I saw the reflection over there. I saw the yellow lights flashing. The snowplow type of vehicle / T-Dot. I don't know why they'd be... Well, that's right. I guess if it rains and then it, freezes tomorrow night, I guess it could freeze on the roads and cause some hazardous conditions. I wouldn't expect them to be doing that, though. They don't usually even bother. They don't usually bother. Those trees that I call, those maple trees that I call the butterfly seeds, they're falling right now. Those are quite annoying. They can be quite annoying. Get all over the roof and in the gutters, and then you need to get one of those steel products, as they call them, steel from TSC, or not TSC, Ace Hardware, I think. If we can afford to do that sometime, like I said, maybe we'll pay on time for that or whatever. Pay it on time, overtime, maybe. See, this is just all stuff that we want to do. And we think about it, and it was like, well, and then we have never gone to actually doing, but we really need to, would like to do, to get all of the leaves and the gunk and the dirt out of the gutters, and that, accumulates every single year in there. I got this entire side. I cleaned this entire back part last year, and again in the fall of this past year. But then the leaves and the sticks and the gutter, leaves and the sticks and the and the dirt go back, and then it all comes back, packing back up. But yeah, I think we need to get one of those steel products from the Ace Hardware sometime, if we can. Try to. I don't know what they cost, probably an arm and a leg, but blow the gutters and leaves out of the roof and the seeds. Those seeds right there, you can't really see it in the dark here. I don't know if I can brighten up the bowl or not. Let's see. Nope, I can't brighten it up more. But those leaves and seeds, those seeds that come up every year on the maple trees, they're not the pretty maples like the others that turn the leaves like yellow and red and those bright, beautiful colors in the fall. These just have the seeds, the butterfly seeds, as I call them, as we call them. They spin. They're pretty when they fall, but they go everywhere, and then their trees multiply, and you got to pull them up and mow them and all that stuff. But there's some thunder. This was recommended by a couple of people that I'd talk and whisper during the thunderstorms and during the rain, so I decided to do that. I should have turned the porch and the floodlight off. It's living up to its name right now, floodlight. But I installed that Philips floodlight. We used to have an older floodlight. I don't know if it was a GE or I'm not sure really. It might have been a GE or let's see. I can't remember what brand it was really. It's been in there. It had been in there so long it just went out. Same with the porch light. You know, the wiring on the porch light. The porch socket went out and messed up, and the old-fashioned porch light went out. So I had to put a new heat lamp and then put a smart bulb in it. So looks like the rain has tapered off a bit, and it's just some light lightning and some light thunder. Had a big bolt of lightning earlier that shook the entire house with its thunder. The thunder shook the entire house, and you could just hear that it's just light rain now, so it's tapered off. I was hoping to capture some really cool lightning and thunder, but I think I only got 2 or 3 flashes of lightning and some 2 or 3 rumbles of thunder here. A few here and there. Hey kitties. The cats are like, make it stop. Midnight, she's over there, probably at the building. Or she could be at the barn across the road. The people that live like 3 houses down from us, they have a barn across the road in this area. Sometimes our cats go over there to stay in the dry instead of on our porch. Sometimes the cats go over there. Midnight, our big fuzzy black cat, she goes over there, stays. And sometimes she stays in the little shed next to our building, the side building on our main building. Sometimes she stays in there. There's Tom. I almost called him Tom McDonald there. It's Tom McDonald. I love his stuff. He has so many good messages, and his raps he has great flows. He has great flows. There's another thunder. It was lightning. There's going to be some more thunder. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. You remember how I used to count to tell how far away the lightning is? I mean, yeah, how far away it was. When you see a bright flash and you hear the boom, then you know it's close by. One time, it hadn't started raining yet, and it was I think it was 2008. My mama and I, back when she could get around slightly better, wow, you can really hear the water piling up on the roads. Definite flash flooding, but anyway, I'm surprised. These roads are high up here. They're like, the bank goes down and then the road's higher up. Thank goodness. That's what saved us from the 2010 floods, and our particular spot is higher up than other people's. I mean, even though it's, down in a valley, we're still higher up than the other people around us. In the 2010 Tennessee floods, we were spared. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord for that. But anyway, thank goodness. We, like I stated, we were outside, and there was a big storm, but, it was mostly clear sky that day. It was a mostly clear sky at that moment. But I was out there at the dog pen, the metal dog pen, and that we had a dog in at the time, but it became too rainy and muddy all the time. We couldn't keep him in there. We'll have to do something to fix that someday. That's another thing we've got to get to fix sometime very soon, hopefully. But I was holding on to it, and a huge flash of lightning just wrapped around our house, our property, just did a circle. I think we were looking for one of the cats at that time, and Mama was on the other side of the house back when she could get around. Anything's better than what she can get around now. The way she can move now, it's sad. I really hope and pray someday she can feel better. But I was holding on to that dog pen, and Mama was on the other side of the house, and that lightning just strung around the house and just and then ba-boom, ba-boom. And speaking of boom, there was a flash of lightning now. Speaking of, there it is now. Anyway, it's a wonder I didn't get electrocuted. I have been shocked a few times by outlets when I was little, but it just kind of shocked me back into place. That was what was weird. I always had heart palpitations and things like that, and when I got shocked, somehow things would kind of made me almost like a defibrillation, really like revived or something. It was really weird. But thankfully, I was never like majorly shocked. Like when I was little and I touched an electric fence, I could feel it all over my body, but it didn't shock me, badly. One time, my mama's daddy, my grandfather, he got struck by lightning, or struck nearby. It struck nearby, right on the other side of a fence, and it threw him across the fence and threw him way far. That's how powerful a lightning strike was. I think my uncle was struck by lightning. Let's see. Several of my family members have actually been struck by lightning. So, but I've always been electrified and attracted, energy, and strange things would happen around me too. I would affect electronics. I affect appliances, the electronic things, the electricity. Yeah, that's a fact around me. But that strike though, that went around the house, and it was like I could feel the static on the electric. I could feel the electric static right there on the fence of the dog pen. Simba's actually walking out in that. He's like, I don't know, I'm not gonna cross this river. He went over there. He's going up under the dryer spot, up under the roof there. Hey, kitty. Anyway, it's very warm right now. It's very warm, and it's supposed to be. It was 80 degrees. I think it's supposed to be nearly that tomorrow, and then it's supposed to. It was 80 something today. The cats are loving on me. Hey, kitties. Anyway, it was 80 something today, and then it's supposed to drop into the 20s, and that's the weather. Some places will be in the teens for April 1st, April Fool's Day. So that's nature's April Fool's joke, I guess, on us. Hey, kitty. He's trying to walk around all of the heavy, the major rain. Alright, so I guess I've talked enough, rambled enough. Thank goodness there's no more, heavy downpours right now. Of course, there's more on radar, and there'll be some pop-ups throughout the day. I think it's supposed to rain the majority, the first half of the day tomorrow until noon. So, it's supposed to rain till around noon. So that's all for now. Peace and sweet dreams. I hope you enjoyed this weather video. ASMR, watching the weather, and soft speaking. Sweet dreams. My links are below to show support. And I think I'll put my email below again as well. If anyone wants to reach out or speak or whatever, and they don't feel comfortable talking in the comments section, and you want to share anything, feel free to do so. I love you all. Peace, sweet dreams, and that's all for now. Signing out. Sweet dreams, everyone. Enjoy nature.